Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over counters for Kartana as well as Celesteela raids that we're going to be seeing in Pokemon Go. But not only that, they are going to be shiny, which is going to be pretty awesome. I'm definitely going to be hunting Kartana as it is going to be in the northern hemisphere where I'm at, while the Celesteela is going to be the southern hemisphere. So they are going to be here from April 4th at 10 a.m. until April 12th at 10 a.m. Now let's go ahead and see what we have for the counters. We're going to go over Kartana first. You could solo this. If you have the power to do so, you're going to be able to take these out, go around and do this by yourself and shiny hunt a Ultra Beast raid by yourself. Now, if you do have sunny weather, obviously you're going to be getting a boost for fire. It is going to be extremely weak to fire. That is one of the reasons why you're going to be able to take this out by yourself if you do have the correct Pokemon to do so. So let's go ahead and see what the top counters are here on Pokebattler. So number one is going to be Mega Charizard Y, Fire Spin and Blast Burn. Then you do have Mega Blaziken. So you have two Megas there. Which one do you want to use? Yeah, depends on whatever one you have a better one of. Honestly, you probably just go in there with Charizard Y, right? Then you do have Reshiram with Fire Fang and a legacy move, Fusion Flare. The next one is going to be Shadow Ho-Oh with Incinerate and Sacred Fire. Sacred Fire is also going to be a legacy move. Then you do have Shadow Chandelure with Fire Spin and Overheat, which is going to be doing a lot of damage, but it's going to go down very fast as it is going to take 18. Moving on to the next ones here. We do have Shadow Entei. I did not do a single one of those when they were in raids, so that is going to be a pretty good option as well. Number 7, and then you do have Mega Charizard X with Fire Spin and Blast Burn. Of course, Blast Burn is going to be a legacy. Then you do have Shadow Moltres. This is something that I personally do have, and I'm going to put a team together for you after this so you can see what I'm personally using to solo this with Fire Spin and Overheat. Shadow Charizard with Fire Spin and Blast Burn. Shadow Blaziken with Fire Spin and Blast Burn. Heatran with Fire Spin and Magma Storm. Magma Storm is going to be a legacy move. Then you do have Mega Houndoom with Fire Fang and Flamethrower, regular Ho-Oh with Incinerate and Sacred Fire plus. That is going to be a purified Apex Ho-Oh. That is going to do more damage. The plus only does damage, extra damage when you're in battles or when you're in gyms and raids, not battles. No battles. Okay. As far as Go Battle League, Shadow Typhlosion, Incinerate and Blast Burn. Shadow Arcanine with Fire Fang and Flamethrower. Germanitan with Fire Fang and Overheat. Shouldn't it be Shadow? Shouldn't it be Shadow, or is it just so damn squishy that it's just not viable? Well, Shadow Germanitan should be on the top there. And then we do have Volcarona with Fire Spin and Overheat. 19, we do have Magmar with Fire Spin and Fire Punch. I mean, it is number 19. All right, Infernape, Shadow, Fire Spin and Blast Burn. Regular Moltres with Fire Spin and Overheat. Primal Groudon with Mudshot and Fire Punch. Of course, that is going to be a legacy move, that Fire Punch. And then you do have finally Shadow Salamence with Fire Fang and Blast Burn, and Mega Salamence with Fire Fang and Blast Burn. So definitely going to be using my level 50 Salamence with Fire Fang and Blast Burn. That's going to be the last Pokemon. I wouldn't really call that an anchor, but it's doing a ton of damage and we need to get on that. All right, now for Celesteela, the counters you're going to want to use. So it's going to be Steel and Flying. So Fire and Electric, right? Counters are going to be a little bit different. Let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. We do have Mega Blaziken with Fire Spin and Blast Burn. Then Charizard in the number 2 spot this time with Fire Spin and Blast Burn. Reshiram with Fire Spin and Fusion Flare. Thundurus with Volt Switch and Wild Bolt Storm. I do not have a good one of those, so I'm just going to use my fire type Pokemon. Shadow Electivire with Thunder Shock and Wild Charge. Shadow Ho-Oh with Incinerate and Sacred Fire plus. That's going to be the Apex, technically doing more damage than the plus. So don't purify it if you do have one of those. Probably a little too late if you've already done it, right? Obviously. Zergatry with Spark and Discharge. Shadow Raikou with Volt Switch and Wild Charge. Shadow Entei with Fire Fang and Overheat. Shadow Zapdos with Thunder Shock and Thunderbolt. Thunder Shock is going to be a legacy move, so you have to use an Elite Quick TM. Mega Manectric with Thunder Fang and Wild Charge. Mega Charizard X with Fire Spin and Blast Burn. All right, and then we do have Shadow Magnezone with Spark and Wild Charge. Shadow Chandelure. Shadow Moltres, Shadow Blaziken, Shadow Zekrom, then regular Zekrom, no Shadow yet, with Charge Beam and Fusion Bolt. Fusion Bolt is going to be legacy. Page on number 19. Okay, we do have Mega Houndour, Fire Fang and Flamethrower, Shadow Luxray with Spark and Wild Charge, Heatran with Fire Spin and Magma Storm, Shadow Charizard with Fire Spin and Blast Burn, Ho-Oh with Incinerate and Sacred Fire ++, and then Shadow Typhlosion with Incinerate and Blast Burn. All right, and we could stop there. I mean, it just gets a little crazy. So there are your counters. Basically, just throw fire at these things. If you have a good electric type attacker, then that's definitely going to be helping you out for sure. But I'm just going to go with the same team when I go up against Celesteela when I get invites. I'm going to tell you this straight up. I'm going to be focusing more so on Kartana. Since we're limited to our remote raids, I'm just going to probably do a couple of Celesteelas, and that's pretty much it. All right, so there is going to be a raid hour on April 10th from 6 p.m. until 7 p.m., so make sure you're aware of that. And then simultaneously, we are going to be seeing a sizable surprise. This event is going to be alongside it, although the Ultra Beast raids are going to go on a little bit longer than this event is going to be. The bonuses are going to be times 2 XP for successfully catching a Pokemon with a nice or better throw, increased chance to encounter extra small or extra large Pokemon, and an increased chance to encounter shiny Whelmer, which, yay, I do not want any of that. We're just going to briefly go over the details here. Spawns: Diglett, Mantane, Whelmer, Joltik, Tymo, Cutiefly, Wimpod, and Seedottle. So Wimpod is going to be shiny introduced, so that's going to be the new shiny for this event, so good luck on catching that. It does look pretty cool, has like an orange accent on it for the Glissopod as well as its Wimpod. And then of course shiny Celesteela and Kartana. The shiny Celesteela has a white, and the Kartana has kind of like a black going on here instead of the yellow. It looks pretty cool. I have a decent one. I need to get a few more candies, and I will be rating it, and probably definitely go out there and rate it pretty hard in person, because I can do these by myself, so I don't really need to worry about receiving invites. All right, now taking a look at this video here and where we're going to go ahead and set up our team for these. First of all, we're going to put Charizard in the front because we're going to Mega Evolve that into Charizard Y. Completely max out, 100% IV. I can even equip it as my best buddy. Number 2 is going to be Reshiram, of course, that is level 50, 100% IV. Then we do have Shadow Moltres. I do have a couple more power-ups to do on that. I have 50 XL candies. I don't power up on screen, and it is not going to be maxed out, but it is definitely an XL Pokemon and strong. Next is going to be Heatran, and then for that spot, okay, we're going to go Ho-Oh, and then finally we're going to go Salamence. We're going to switch up its moves to Fire Fang. Make sure you do have the correct moves, especially on your Reshiram as well as your Salamances, if you're going to be using those. And that is going to be my team. Again, I'm going to go out there and solo it. I will be bringing you a video, and it is going to be pretty fun since I can actually just take this out. It's very nice when we receive raid bosses that are 4 times weak to something, so that you can go out there and do it yourself. Granted, if you do have the Pokemon powered up, and or if you're of the level to actually make these Pokemon happen. So there you have it, folks. That's pretty much it. And Kartana is amazing, okay? You definitely want it as one of the top grass type attackers. As far as Go Battle League, not so much. See, the problem is there's just so much steel in the Master League, and that's where it's going to be performing the best. Ultra League, it can do a little something, but you have much better grass options. When it comes down to the Great League, I do believe there was a way to get it there. But yeah, don't waste your time. I've encountered them many a times. Mawile just completely annihilates it, and it's just very squishy. But when it comes down to raids, it's definitely something that you want to get because it will be doing a ton of damage. And it is a pretty interesting typing, although very weak to fire. So there you have it, folks. The counters for Kartana as well as Celesteela. And if you do have the power, you're going to be able to solo Kartana by yourself. When it comes to Celesteela, not so much. It doesn't have 4 times weakness, and if you do have sunny weather, well, you're going to be able to take it out even faster. Or if it's rainy, for the for the Celesteela, that you'll be doing more damage with your electric, so you may want to throw those up in front first if that is going to be something that you're going to be encountering. And there you have it, folks. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.